here and now today.
Welcome, friends. And yes, this is the moment. This is the Unbox Me Today show. I'm your host, Raja Vaidya, and I want to give you the victory bell for being here and being so amazing. And you know who else is amazing? My next guest. Let me tell you all about her. The super talented and super beautiful Jodi Barrett. She is the founder and CEO of KB Stronger, a movement and mindset brand empowering women to build strength, confidence, and calm through kettlebell training and intentional living. After discovering the power of mindset paired with movements in her 40s, Jodi embraced a "why not me" philosophy, turning her own transformation into a mission to help women find their voice, honor themselves, and come home to who they truly are. Through her programs, certifications, retreats, and Intention by J Fragrance line, she helps women move with purpose, live with authority, and reconnect with the strength that's been with them all along. So without any further delay, let's welcome the super talented, super beautiful, the one who walked to school uphill both ways in the snow, barefoot, the one and only Jodi Barrett. Welcome to Jodi. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. Thank you, Raja, for having me.
I'm so glad to have you here. And by the way, folks, if you're on the live, you thrive, and on the replay, you get to play again. But if you want to comment, you got to click the link below so that you can leave comments on the live. So make sure you do that. And let's dive right in, my friend. So, Jodi, man, first of all, when you said in your 40s, I'm like, she can't be in her 40s. Get out of here. But what moment in your life made you realize that strength is not just physical, but it's something you build from the inside out?
It was a moment I was training at the gym and I was super strong. I showed up 4 times a week, ran the other days.
Yeah.
And I looked at the mirror and I looked around the room and I thought, I can't lift anything in here today. And that was the moment I was like, okay.
Right. Because like
that be done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you talk a lot about kettlebell movements, and like, why is it that kind of a movement became a way for you and for other people to train to reconnect with that voice and come out and kind of like you were saying, like, come home to yourself?
Yeah. Like when you go through things, and I find it's a really good, the rhythm of the bell, of the swing, very grounding. And a lot of people, when they go through trauma or harder times in their life, there's an anxiety, or your nervous system is fired up, and people always used to say to me, just sit and be quiet. And I couldn't do that. Like, I'm like, I need to move this energy. So for me, with the minute I picked up the kettlebell, I was like, I grounded.
I'm with you there. Yeah. I like to move.
Yeah.
I don't like to sit still for too long.
Yeah.
So now you said for finding that voice and to come home to yourself, why not me? So that became a core mindset in your story. So tell us a little bit more about that. Why not me?
Yeah. Well, when I went through my transition, I had a few years where I was pretty negative about it. And I thought, well, I'd made these big life changes. Like I altered 4 other people's lives because I decided that our family unit was to go different ways. And I was in that bad space. And I was like, man, I did that to live in this. And I'm like, and then I just started to think, well, why not me? Why can't I be successful in something? And then just recognizing the fact that people are people, right? And I'm like, I'm a people.
That's right. We're people.
why can't I go out and make a difference and do something successful? And it changed everything. It changed my internal dialogue and my path.
Oh, I love that. And you get a victory bell for that, because not only did you start to realize that, you deserve more, but something inside wanted more, it craved more. And you listened to that voice and you allowed it to change your life in a way that really promoted something positive and helped other people along the way as well. So kudos to you for doing that. And now, you even have something that you wanted to share with us. As you all know, all my guests provide some sort of a gift link. So, Jodi's gift down below. Tell us what they're going to get, and like what are the benefits from filling out that link.
Yeah, I have a 12-week Start Strong program, and in it, like, it's my movement mindset course, but there's, a workbook that you get, also 12-week workbook of calm strength, I call it.
Yeah.
And for the link below, it's the first 4 weeks of the Calm Strength Mindset workbook, and it's a sneak peek of what the rest look like, and it's just really taking some really simple ideas and implementing them to make changes.
Beautiful. I love it. Thank you so much for that. So make sure, folks, the audience out there, you want to get stronger, you will get more fit, and do it in a calm manner. Please do connect with Jodi. Click her link down below and check it out. Go find out if it aligns with you. And by all means, start changing your life. Remember, our goal here is to make as much impact as we can. So that's why we bring you the experts, so that you can start making waves in your business and your life. So, Jodi, we're going to shift gears a little bit, talk a little bit more about you, because I always say that people join a person, not a business. What is it like growing up? Like, where did you grow up, and how did you grow up?
Oh, I grew up in a farming community, small town. I went to school in like a town that maybe had 50 people in it, and and it was like that were the roots for me. It was like community. And
so you're like the Anna Green Gables, huh?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. What about like growing up? Was there a favorite book or favorite movie that kind of helped shape the way you think today?
Oh, my favorite movie is Ever After with Drew Barrymore.
Oh, I love that one. Yes, I do. Yes, and I love how Drew Barrymore portrays her as more of a very human, very like imperfect person, falls all over the place, and just doesn't feel pretty or glamorous, but she just has to do something for the people around her to protect them. And I always thought that was like one of the better portrayals of the movie.
Me too. Absolutely.
Yep. What about a favorite book? Anything that really inspires you?
Oh, other than my own, no. Yes. The Untethered Soul was my favorite book. It's my favorite book. It lives on my nightstand. Ooh. And I have a day where it's like a long day. I just open any page.
Yeah. Okay. That's great. Now, I don't know what that's about. What is the book about? Tell us a little bit more about it.
Oh, it's just like really, again, part of that coming back home and just the self-realization of the journey of what you think you're in, but it's kind of like you're avoiding pain, but by avoiding it, you're living in it.
Right. Exactly.
So it's like all those little pieces for me. And I loved reading. And when I went through that period of time where everything was kind of a little bit not so great, it was the first book that I came back home to. And I was cool. Loved it that I could read it.
All right. Do you have a favorite quote from someone who's mentored you or you've learned from?
I think I'm probably going to not say it right, but it is the Bruce Lee quote. It's like, take what you need, discard what you don't. And I do believe that. I believe in that philosophy of every day, right? It is my favorite.
I like it. And by the way, like, I don't know if people know this. Bruce Lee was not a black belt in any system. And yet he is widely regarded as one of the best martial artists in the world. And so what he kept doing was picking the best of each system and putting it together in a fighting system. And people said, oh, well, we got to fight like Bruce Lee. And he would always tell people, no, the whole idea is you're like water. You shape with your abilities, your skills, and you have to adapt to the environment around you. So that's the whole thing, is like, it was movement without form. You be formless like water. Yes. So if you ever watch any of the Bruce Lee documentaries, I'm a huge fan of Bruce Lee. Obviously, I've been in the martial arts 41 years. So for me, I always look to him. One of my favorite Bruce Lee quotes is always, don't fear the man that knows 1,000 techniques. Fear the one that's practiced one technique 10,000 times.
I know, gives me goosebumps.
I know. I love it. All right. What about what's your favorite kind of music? Like, what really excites you?
Oh, I just love all of it. I'm randomly the person who also really appreciates rap music, and most people will look at me and they're like, "Really?"
Nothing wrong with rap
So,
music. And there's
yeah.
so many different genres of rap music too. So,
Yes. Yes.
I don't think it's a big deal to like it. I mean, it's great. Um, and for those that are watching and having a good time, make sure that you also make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel, because it helps us create more impact and get more uh, goodness out in the world. So, Jodi, what about what's a what is your what's a fun fact about you that maybe people don't know?
Oh, fun fact, I love Friday night pizza and wings. And people often don't think I do because I train so much. I'm like, yes, yes, I do. So that's
Oh,
usually
well,
a
that segues
pretty
very
fun
nicely
fact.
into my next question then. Like, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is probably pizza and wings.
Pizza and wings. Oh my God. Okay, okay. So we gotta get you someplace like really good. Okay. Uh, hello, Gianni's. Yeah, like we need the custom gourmet pizzas and wings over in the green room stat. Thanks, buddy. All right, so totally real call. And so we're gonna set you up in the green room with some food before we shift over to our next segment. So before we go over, I want to ask you here real quick. What is one thing that you want people to recall about you?
Oh, my one thing I hope that I can do with people is they remember how good they feel and safe in my
Hmm.
space when they meet me, that they feel totally comfortable. And that would be what I want to give them. Just that ability to, I
Hmm.
want to hold space for people because I've had, numerous people in my life that
Got
have
it.
done that one thing that held space for me. They didn't fix anything. They
Hmm.
just were super present when I needed them the most. And that's
I
something
like it.
I
I
want to
like
give.
it. That's beautiful. Okay. So there is Jodi right there. And if you want to connect with her, I'll share her program banner one more time in a second. For those of you that are still watching, make sure you give us some thumbs ups and some hearts so that we know that you're getting impact. And Jodi, thank you so much. You've been great. I'm going to send you to the green room. Man, you're so lucky you get all that food safe and some. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So while she's chowing down, man, I'm so jealous. Don't forget that we have a sponsor segment here this week. Make sure, if you have not done so yet, you pick up your free Mindshift program book over here, and join us on Tuesday nights. We have a Victory Mindset Confidence class. If you want to become a stronger speaker, you want to improve your business, there's your chance to do it. So let's go dive right in. And by the way, if you want to start making a change in your life, the first thing you got to do is sometimes you just got to make a big splash.
When you throw a rock into a lake, what happens? No, there's a splash. You make an impact, and then you get waves. And then you don't know where those waves are going. Those waves are going past around the reeds, and you don't know where that impact is. So all of you out there, when you're on stage, you don't know where your impact is going to end. It's never going to end.
All right, folks. So today, in today's segment of 60-second mind shift, I want to ask you, when do you decide to make a change? When your pain gets too hard to deal with, doesn't it? A lot of people wait until the situation gets too bad. Sort of like there's a story I heard. One of my friends told me is that there was a dog in a hotel lobby, and a salesman comes in, talks to the clerk, and said like, "Oh, that dog's in pain over there. It's going woo woo. The dog's in pain. You got to do something about it." And the clerk tells him, "Thank you, sir, but the dog is fine. He'll move when he wants to." Then the next day, the salesman keeps coming back to his conferences, and the dog's in more pain. Woo! And he tells the clerk, "You got to do something about this dog, or else I'm calling the police." And the clerk tells him, "Sir, the dog sits there every day, and he's sitting on a nail. And when he chooses to get up when the pain is bad enough, he will get up and move." How many of us have done that in our lives? Waited for the pain to be too great, waited too long to shift and create a new life for ourselves, create a new tangent so that we end up on a new trajectory for us. Like if you think about the space shuttles traveling around the planet at 17,500 miles an hour, you're off by half a degree, you're off by thousands of miles. you're either going to crash into the ocean or you're going to skim off the surface of the earth, and you're going to go somewhere else. And so, where we decide to go, that go and no go decision should not be predicated upon you waiting to be in too much pain. Don't wait. Go out and make a change for yourself. And just like Jodi was saying, sometimes that internal change is where you need to start. And if that's where you need help with, come talk to us and we will help set you right. All right, so let's bring Jodi back and find out if she saved me any food. So, Jodi, how was all the Italian food? How's the pizza? How's the wings?
It's fabulous. I'm going to need a nap now.
That's right. Carbo coma now. All right. So what did you think about that 60-second mind shift? What is your biggest takeaway from that? And what would you add to it?
My biggest takeaway is it is bang on. Most people need that moment where the pain is too great and they finally make a change. My add-on would be, don't beat yourself up that it takes that long, because sometimes it's a process and a journey to get to that spot. My ad would be, learn from it so that when it hits you again, you can get out of it quicker, because you'll get tools to help.
Nice. I love that. Okay, you get a victory bell for that. Beautifully said. So Jodi, there's your link down below again. So give us one example of a success story that you've had with somebody without sharing their name, and just tell us, like, what was their pain? What did you have to help them through? And what happened after they transformed? Like, what was the benefits and the change in their life?
Yeah, I had a client, actually drove up to train with her at a particular place. It was about an hour and a half out of the city. And after 6 weeks, she started driving in 3 times a week to train. And one day we were walking up the stairs and I noticed she had a big scar down her leg. And I'm like, you didn't tell me about that. What's going on? And she started to open up a little bit about her life a little bit more.
Yeah.
And she just shared so much of the trauma that she went through. And she got so strong in training, but strong on the inside, where you would just see, and she talks about it all the time, where she says, it's just the joy that came out of that whole journey of training, like her outlook on life. And I've got clients that do my 12-week and they're like, they write, I've lost this weight. And then they add really quick. They're like, but you know what was the biggest change? Was how I felt about myself and how I show up. So it's a beautiful thing when people can connect the two.
Oh, it's beautifully said. I love that. All right, folks, I got one last question for you before we head off. So make sure that if you're on the Live to Thrive, if you're on the replay, you get to play again. Make sure you leave some comments down below for us. What was your biggest takeaway? So Jodi, if someone were to give you a blank check with unlimited resources, what would be your grand vision to change the world?
I've always thought about this. I would love to create something where single moms could tap into something to have a break. I have so many single moms that I work with that are like, they're just working so hard. And there's so many days where I'm like, man, if I could just send you away for 3 days and just give you. So I've always thought about that would be something that I would like to work with, some kind of foundation that it's just like, I know they're showing up and they're training, they're trying to get healthy, but I also know at the end of the day, when you're doing things alone, that you also need just a soft place to land. And it would be nice.
Oh, it's beautifully said. I love that. Okay, very nice. All right, Jodi, this has been a fantastic interview. Thank you so much for all your expertise and guidance. And I want the audience to really touch base with my new best friend to make sure that you show her some love, give her some thumbs up, so that we know that you're getting that impact. And and as always, our goal is to spread the impact. You say, me, I have a speech problem. I don't allow it to shame me anymore and stop me. That internal strength is what really started. And now you can't stop me from talking. So good luck. Right. And so as a result, we're changing the world one mind shift at a time. Let's join that movement. So without any further delay, folks, thank you so much for being here. As always, I'm Coach Raja. Don't fake it till you make it. Instead, believe it and become it. And we'll see everybody on the next show. Bye-bye. All right, great job. So I got 3 quick questions for you, then we're out of here. Number 1, why did you want to come on this show today? Why here?
Well, Jessica was my first reason why. My second reason why is when I met you, and I think your energy is great, and I just love hanging out with people that have great energy. And if I can add to your podcast so you can get to your goal number, that would be great. And
Yes,
then
yes.
share.
By the way, folks, we are episode 457. We are on the way to 500. Mark my words, we're going to get there. And the whole goal is hopefully by the end of the year. And we'll see where we go. Do I know? Do I have a perfect target? No, I don't. But you know what? Build the plane as you fly it. That's what happens. So just do it. All right. What about, what was your biggest takeaway from the show today?
I think just going back and reiterating the people's pain point, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where you don't have to sit on the nail. Like,
That's
just to
right.
remind people, you really don't. Often we do, because that's just the nature of the beast. But just remind people that you don't have to live in that. Just move out of it.
Don't wait for the pain to get so bad that it ruins your life before you change. You're allowed to, start exercising your brain and start thinking, what can I do differently? What can I do to be happier? Yeah. And if your situation is not working for you, it's okay to start changing and start to move things in a direction that aligns with where you want to go.
Yeah, just a little thing, right?
Yeah, for sure. All right, and last question. Scale of 1 to 10, how much would you recommend me to somebody else's stage?
Pardon?
Scale of 1 to 10, how much would you recommend me to somebody else's stage? Totally unbiased question.
Oh, how much? Oh, 100% I would.
All right, good. So we're good to go then. All right, thanks everybody. Podcast crew knows what to do here, and we are out of here. Nice job.